remember researching at the library, having to go really far. Where I am from, there was only one main library. So you had to take a taxi, take a bus, walk, and then go and do your search. Lots of people waiting, not many books available. And you still had to do your projects, and you still waited, and you still cared, and you still did it. And then when I came to college, that was my first encounter with computers. I was 21. So if you think you're an immigrant.
One of my colleagues, appropriately, did not want to be video recorded or audio recorded for the interview, but gave me his answers happily written down on a piece of paper. Here's what he had to say about his educational experience. The pro of remembering a time before technology as part of education is that the United States was number 1 in the world in education. Now we are number 23. I knew how to read and write, do math in my head. I could remember all my relatives' phone numbers. I had to check and source all of my papers and footnote. And, in a word, I was educated. And all the internet has done is dumbed down everyone. They now have all the information in their hands, so in one paragraph they think they know everything, and they know nothing. I had a sophomore and I told him to look at the clock and tell me what time it is. He looked and he looked and he looked until finally he pulled out his iPhone and gave me the time. Give them iPads? They can't even read a book.
Well, my first experience with technology was when I was very little in the early 90s. And we'd go over to our uncle's house, or my uncle's house, and play. I would go upstairs and play on his computer, play video games on his computer. And that really is why I really love to go on the computer. That was the start of it. And then I learned, oh, you have all these other programs and things like that. And I realized that you can basically do everything on the computer, and I was like, that's amazing. So I always wanted. I write everything online, mostly because my writing is bad, and I wouldn't say that's because in school. It's just my writing is bad. I was born that way, and technology actually helps me to fix that because I'm a very poor speller, but I use Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Word corrects my spelling for me for the most part.
And grammar.
And grammar. And so when it does that on a constant repetitive basis, my brain begins to learn to do that. And so I found that from when I left high school to now, which was only 4 years, I have picked up a lot of ways how to spell words, and then the computer doesn't have to correct me anymore. And I can just go right through it. And also I use the internet to keep in contact with people, because back then you'd only have to use the phone or mail. But now you can have instant contact with people. You can instantly get connected with them, make dates, have a calendar everywhere. I use my phone for my calendar and call people and just stay connected. And watch videos online, which are not all dumb. There's a lot of educational videos out there.
Not all cat videos.
Exactly. And in fact, YouTube's trying to move away from that, but that's a different story.